Hey YouTubers, what's up guys? It's time for another Chill with Pete. Sorry it's a bit later today on the uploading of this episode, but I've been doing a few things. I've been into town and been banking and all sorts of other good stuff which we'll come to momentarily. So what I'm going to do is, it's just me, it's Chill with Pete, it's just me sat in my bedroom talking, rambling on about a load of rubbish really. So if you just like to listen to somebody garbling on in the background about nothing, and you're very much like me, especially when you're driving along in the car. I just like to have some mundane monotone voice in the background, although I won't talk in a monotone voice. No, I won't do that, or I'll try not to anyway. But well, I'm a coffee as well, so I feel really chilled this week as opposed to last week where I didn't feel so chilled. Oh, so bear with me on that. This is what I feel is a well-deserved cup of coffee, and I'm very excited. Okay, I've got a few things. I've made some bullet points on a thing here. Another good reason to have glasses so I can just see. Helpful reminder for what I want to talk about. The first one on my list is magazines. First off, I was just wondering, do any of you guys buy magazines like White Dwarf and that kind of thing? But when I was in town today, I went to a newsagent. This is purely a random event. And I was stunned to see how many wargaming magazines they had. It's just a normal newsagent, so well, for all intents and purposes, next to the market in town where I live. Anyway, I came away with one, War Games Illustrated, and I was just blown away by the amount of other companies and stuff in it. And it's just insane, the different companies that do different games. I never even heard of. Probably 99% of the content of companies and games in this magazine I have never heard of, and that's the fact. So yeah, I had a kind of very narrow viewpoint in terms of wargaming and tabletop gaming, but I suppose it must have been around for a long time, really. I know some people have put their history of games and wargaming in general up on their YouTube channels. I've glanced at a couple of those, so yeah, and those are the ones to go to for the history of it. But yeah, so yeah, that totally blew me away. I was thinking about my next army. I've got 7 on the go. When I say armies on the go, I don't get this impression I've got masses of each one. I haven't. I've just got a few of each one, which they're my armies. Like, for instance, I'm counting the 2 armies in there, Stormclaw, as 2 of the armies of mine, the Orcs and the Space Wolves. So I haven't even opened it yet. That'll be an unboxing at some point, but that will give me 2 more armies to start work on. Then, excuse me. And if I get a bit tired of painting one army, I can go on to the next, assemble that and paint that one instead. So yeah, you got options there. That's good. But I've been thinking my next army, because I've got the Dark Vengeance, so I've got Chaos Space Marines now. So I'm thinking Chaos Demons, and I've already got the codex for it, so it's kind of all in hand. I've got all the codices for each army I have. Although Blood Angels is one of them, so I'm thinking they will get updated probably before I get around to using it to its full capacity. But yeah, but yes, Chaos Demons I'm going to have as my next army, so that will be good, because I've seen some really cool tutorials out there on painting different demons. I'm not up on all the different ones, whether you have to have certain colour schemes for which god they're sort of from or whatever, but I'll get around to that. And did you guys like my new Twilight Zone episode? I know it's not nothing to do with wargaming as such, but kind of having the science fiction element maybe of interest to some of you. It's just another fun, something different. So that, yes, my channel is dedicated to wargaming and tabletop gaming, but I like to put a few fun things in there as well, just throw a few different things into the pot so you guys have something different to watch, really. Yeah, well, that and the fact that the sort of cameras I use, I mean, at the moment I do these type of videos on the webcam, one you see before you now, and this one is really good. Obviously the only thing it lacks is the portability factor. So yeah, you've seen my other camera I use for the mobile type videos, and I've done a couple of the tutorials, tutorials and other videos on them, but you won't be seeing any proper in-depth tutorials, the type you see from the likes of, say, Chris from Mini Wargaming, until I get a better camera, because the camera I've got just doesn't cut it. I need to be able to zoom in and focus and see all the detail so that you can see what's going on the screen, basically. So until then, excuse the drilling, the neighbours. Until then, we will. I'll be doing different kinds of videos and different things, and try and change it up a bit, you know. But you'll get your regular episodes like this one, Chill with Pete. So yeah, that drilling you hear, just try and ignore it, because it can be a bit incessant, and yeah, hope it doesn't put you off too much. It puts me off, but try not to let it put you off. So yeah, cancel doing something to next door or whatever. Yeah, so my tutorials will be on hold pretty much until I get my new camera. At least the decent ones will be. I can do some basic ones, I suppose. Maybe, we'll see. I'll have to do that. It's a fine cup of coffee made with goat's milk. The last of my goat's milk, so yeah, I like goat's milk. Not that that's got anything to do with anything, I just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah, so tell you what, I am going to take you on a little journey, and we are going to shut the window because it might get rid of some of the drilling and banging that may appear. It may not, but there. Just shut my window. Coming back around here. My dog's following, or one of my dogs following me. Yeah. Rufus, you want to be on Chill with Pete? Can't see him, he's all in shadow. Rufus, you've seen him. Over there is Millie. Millie! There she is. She's a good girl. Yeah, brother and sister, these two. Oi, mister. Rufus. Come here. Yeah, come and sit. Come and lay down. Nope, come and lay down. Oh, he's a minx. He really is. So, you ever get this problem with live filming? Look, I like to do live filming to cut down on the editing. These type of videos require zero editing. So, Rufus, lay down. Come on, good boy. Yes. Hot. Yes, they require zero editing. So, yeah. Something I wanted to talk about. I haven't mentioned it before, but as some of you may know, I am a Tyranid fan. Tyranids are my favourite army. In fact, I'll show you a couple I've been working on this week. I only just started them, really, but the name of my Tyranid army, because everybody's got a name for their Hive Fleet. Yeah, mine's a little different. It's called Hive Fleet Evisceration. The name comes from my wife. She thought of that, so I thought that was a really cool name, and I like that. I'm going with that. Hive Fleet Evisceration. Now I'm doing something a little bit different with my Tyranids. At least I've not seen it done with anyone else's. But no, in my life there's probably billions of people out there doing it. But it's just I've never seen it. That's all. Each unit, each different type of unit, be it termagants, hormagants, warriors, you know, harpies, biovores, whatever. Each different type, they have a different colour scheme, depending on which type they are and on what they're grouped with. And the reason for that is because in my, when I say my Warhammer 40k universe, the lore of which I will be doing and writing up in order to accommodate my narrative campaigns, which I will be doing in the future at some point. That's another thing which I'm looking forward to when I get a good camera, doing some battle reports and some really good narrative campaigns. So in my universe, High Fleet Evisceration is millions of years old, really old. It's been devouring planets for millions of years, and it uses different types of material from different planets in order to make different units. This gives it a different colour scheme. Not only that, it's easier for me to see on the battle board at a glance which are my Hormagaunts, which are my Termagants, which are my warriors. So I can just see, it's easier for me to see, so I'm going to sort of stop and work it out, because it takes me a little while anyway to sort of process it in my brain what's going on. So it just helps me basically as well, and it's also got the added advantage that I don't get too bored painting one colour scheme for like a massive swarm army. So yeah, so that's my Hive Fleet. That's what I'm going to be doing. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm going to. So a couple of the things I've been working on. I told you I'm working on some Tyranids. My warriors, for instance, I'm using an orange colour scheme, and so far this is what they look like. Yeah. So far so good. So far they've had the white primer, a wash, a base coat, another wash, and a highlighting layer. So far they've got a few more layers and highlights to go through yet. But yeah, that's basically, so when their bases are done they'll look a lot better anyway. So I'm doing those. I've also been tidying up some of the old Terminators I got from eBay back along. I don't know if you remember. I didn't even know what they were at the time, but so obviously they're still not finished yet, but there, I don't know if you can see that. That's them, front and back. There he is. Front, back, pretty much the same, just a different pose there. Obviously got to finish him up. I'm thinking of doing the helmets white now, changing my mind on the colour scheme of the helmet. I want the helmet to be a different colour to red, but I might do them white, but we'll see. Thinking of another idea for another episode or series of episodes that I want to do is board games. As you can see behind me, I've got Space Hulk. That's right, you see correctly. Space Hulk. Yes, I wanted that. I don't think I was ever going to be able to get it, and due to a series of fortuitous events I was able to get it. I have it, so we'll be doing an unboxing of that at some point. I'll tell you what, guys, heavy, very heavy. Yeah, the guy said to me, it's very heavy, you know. I was like, really? I was like, oh yes it is, isn't it? Yep, so very heavy, so looking forward to that one. I don't know anything about it from other than what I've been told. So kind of like Warhammer on a board, but not the same rules, different rules. Quicker game, at least I'm imagining it is. So a lot quicker games, so you can get a few games in. And yeah, so we'll see. I'm also hoping to get hold of Zombicide. I don't know if you ever heard of that. The zombie apocalypse survivor game. It's got a lot of expansions. I think it's done by Cool Mini or not. I'm not sure on that, but I think it is. That looks quite good as well, so that would be good to paint up and get going. Basically set the camera up and zoom into a good clear view of the board, and hopefully we can do some tutorials, just some games, see how they run, so you can see what the game's like and whatever. I mean, like Space Hulk, for example, kind of good just to see a video of what's in the box for the unboxing, and then see what the game's like to play. You might see it and go, oh, no, it's not my cup of tea, not really, or there's too many bits involved, or whatever, you know. Just decide for yourselves, really. So yeah, oh, mentioned the new codex, which is going to be Dark Eldar. Ooh, Dark Eldar. Anybody going to be playing Dark Eldar? I've no plans to play Dark Eldar. I'm told on good authority that they're one of the hardest armies to beat in Warhammer 40k, and I kind of believe that. I've seen the Eldar on enough bat reps to know that they're pretty good. I've seen a couple of Dark Eldar bat reps, but not enough to give me what I would call a good perspective of that army. But yeah, I mean, maybe the new codex will cut down the power, as they seem to be doing that with the codexes now, don't they? Games Workshop trying to bring it, I mean, you're never going to get it in balance, but they're trying to bring it a little bit more in balance, I think, so you can get more strategy out of the game. I think that's what I think their thinking behind that is. So yeah, so I haven't read any more of that book. I started reading the book of short stories for Warhammer Space Marine one. So I must read more. I'm too busy doing this kind of thing, yay. Been watching a lot of YouTube though to chill out with, and love YouTube. I'm on it now. You're on it now, so you must love YouTube as well. So yeah. Job hunt. I've started looking for a part-time job. I've actually applied to Games Workshop. Hey, they're looking for a new CEO, aren't they? If my sources are correct. Yeah, so apply for that. And I've sent my CV in. I'm registered on their job search website and all that kind of gear. And I've sent speculative letters and CVs to a couple of different stores. And I'd really like to work for Games Workshop. I'd like to do that. I even offer my services for free for a while, at least, just to get in there. I just like to be around it. You know, it's good. I love the whole atmosphere. I've got my other dog up here now as well, looking at me on the bed all forlorn. He'll get up and they want to get down again. Look what else I did this week. I finished my Imperial Knight. I magnetised the body so that you can swivel him around, do different poses, like, you know, so he'll look good once I finish priming him, and then start painting. This is Tasmatus, that's what he's going to be called. So yeah, doing his exercise routine, you know. That's his heavy stubber, I think, there, isn't it? Chain sword, thermal cannon, is it there? Anyway, yeah, very enjoyable, very easy model to make, despite the size. Very easy to make, unlike the land speeder, which I found very difficult. That's largely due to the instructions. Instructions aren't very clear on the land speeder. I didn't think so anyway. But hey, that's just me. I've been playing a game called Word Hero on my phone. In the Play Store I found it, Word Hero. It's making words out of the grid, and if you ever play that, then check me out. My name's Wolfboy from the UK, so if you see me on the Wolfboy, that's me. Yeah, I've come first a couple of times, so I'm chuffed with that. Anything on any game like that, I'm the kind of, yes, it makes me feel good. It's a nice feel good factor. Computer games. I know some people with their channels and gaming channels cover computer games, and they do like a play with episode, which is good, cool, but I'm not going to do that because, well, the two main reasons being, one, I find that they go out of date very quickly, computer games, and two, I just don't have the time. I've got so much other stuff I'd rather be doing, and so I do, and that's it. So that's it for Chill with Pete this week. I'm hoping, depending on the popularity of the episodes, or perhaps you could let me know on either this channel or this episode here. Put comment, any video I make, you put comments down below if you want them to be longer or shorter. Don't say not at all. Bit like Mini Wargaming, he says don't thumbs down anything, just thumbs up. Yeah, so no, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But if there's anything you want me to do instead, or live TV, live show, dogs going nuts because the door's slammed shut. I guess that's my cue to say goodbye. But if there's anything you want me to do, then just pop it down below, and I will endeavour to do it. So until the next time, this is Peter and Rufus. And Minnie's just coming again. Yes, until next time, this is Peter from Mini Warzone saying happy wargaming, everyone.